Hey there and welcome to this video. So today I want to share a dream with you that I just had this last night, Shabbat night. And I haven't had much dreams lately, but I feel like I'm getting them back in the last 2-3 days. So here comes another one of those experiences where it's so real that, doesn't really feel like just a dream. It feels like a message for me to pass on to whoever has the eyes, or the ears rather, to hear. So I was in a place where I'd been previously more than once. It's a super peaceful place. It's like another type of a realm, and laws of physics as they are here do not completely apply there. So I always feel extremely safe there, and there is this peace there, and I know the place and I know the people, even though I don't know them in this reality here on Earth. But there is a river, or rather there's like a straight line of buildings and roads just by the river and over the river, in a way that a place where I was at had a balcony just over the river, like super close. And it's not like in Italy, I don't know really how to explain it. And this river does not have movements of a river. It's like still waters, but still I could see people surf there in the distance. And I guess it kind of spreads out to be more of like an ocean on the down end of it, on the lower end of it. But here goes my dream. So I'm having some peaceful time over there, and I spot some surfers in the water. And as I said, like, this feeling of peace is just not overwhelming, but it's extreme peace, and it's just like joy and peace. And I'm having fun for them having fun, just like watching them from a distance. And then I noticed a group of females in the water. One Asian looking female was literally walking on the surface of the water. In the beginning I thought, oh, she's surfing, but no, there was no surf. She was literally walking on the water, and I was trying to figure out like what kind of sport is that? Like, where is her tool? How is she doing that? And as I do that, I noticed this little group of women. Maybe there were 5 or 6 over there, and just near them I noticed a shark. And now this place that I'm telling you about is usually very peaceful. There are not a lot of dangers in there, or distress, or negative experiences or emotions. And I think this is one of the first times where I have this alarming sense of danger in this place. And so I tell them, hey, there's a shark. I'm like screaming, there's a shark, there's a shark. And they don't go outside of the water. They're just like standing there and not really caring, and maybe not even believing. I don't know what their story was, but they heard my warning and they chose to stay in the water. And I felt extremely stressed and extremely frightened for their safety, and I was just in complete distress. And as I look upstream onto the river, I see a friend, and I'm just like still trying to warn people, there's a shark, there's a shark. And this shark, as I'm standing on this balcony just over the water, pretty close to the water, this shark comes at me, and it's trying to like break the balcony with its head. And it's actually succeeding in breaking some of the, because it was like a wooden kind of a balcony. I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like concrete, and it broke some of it, but I was safe. And then I woke up, and immediately I knew that this had something to do with, not something, but it had everything to do with our situation today, and what my journey and maybe goal and path has been in this life for me to know the dangers of a certain forced tool on people and warn them. And I've been warning people for years now, expressly so, here on YouTube for a year now. And I have friends who have told me, sadly, that if their job gets endangered by their decision not to get injected with a complete poison, they will take it. And to me, this place that I was at in the dream, it's very much close to what I would imagine heaven would be like. And to have this dangerous fish inside the water trying to attack people, and then me subsequently for trying to warn them, it showed me that we're not just out of danger yet. There's immediate danger just when we think we're safe, and it's written in scriptures, just when we think everything is safe and peaceful, that's when the Antichrist comes. But I've had dreams before where I was also observing from above a big body of water, a real place here in my city. And in this previous dream that I'm telling you about now, basically saw a huge fish come out of the water and back into the water. And it was like a huge fish that turned into a dragon, and it was a dragon with wings, and it was devouring people. And that was before I was born again, or right about that time. And the thing about that specific dream was, like, in the beginning, this entity, it was a fish, but then it showed his true nature. It was just basically a snake with wings, a dragon, and it was devouring people. And the only way we could survive was to not show fear in this dream. And here I am today telling you about another dream of sacred waters, and then having this dangerous fish trying to devour people and devour me for trying to warn them. Does it matter if it looks like a fish or if it looks like a monkey? Not really, because what matters is the actions that it's taking. And to me, there's a lot of Christians these days who maybe are viewing the situation that is going on around the world as maybe too much of a black and white thing. So maybe they don't think this is the mark of the beast, and so they feel safe to take it. But even if this is not the mark of the beast, which truly I feel like it is, but if it's not, and I might be wrong, I'm just human, I make mistakes. But if this is not the mark of the beast, it's still very extremely dangerous. It kills people, it wounds people, it puts people in physiological places where their life are never ever the same again. And is it safe to take it? Absolutely no. And I'm saying this as a medicinal chemist, as an ex-military medic, and I learn and study all the time, so I don't just finish with these titles. Searching for the truth for most of my life. So even if this is not the mark of the beast, it's still not something you should put in your body if you want to be alive and healthy and to have some livelihood for the rest of your days. And so I have friends who have told me, if they threaten my job, I'm gonna take it. And then if this is the mark of the beast, which I think it is, then maybe those women that I saw in the water and I warned were basically a representation of those friends and people that I've told about this dangers in the poison. And they're just saying, we don't have a third temple, this cannot be the mark of the beast. We haven't seen the Antichrist yet, so this is not the mark of the beast. But please don't ever forget that Satan is the father of lies. Don't expect him to play fair. Like, stop and think about it for a second. If you were Satan, would you go into humanity and be like, okay, so now I'm gonna lie to you. Be prepared. This is the mark of the beast. No, that's not how it goes. He will make you feel safe and then, hit you with his worst kind of a weapon that he can. If this is not enough for you to, just consider that, I'm really out of words. I'm just here to pass the message to whom has oh my goodness. See? I'm done for today. I'm just here to pass the message for, the people who want to hear and want the truth. And if you have a logical, disagreement with me, then please share it in the comments. I'd like to have a conversation with you. But if we're just like going, blindly into trusting agendas and trusting the word of people who don't have the decency of telling you the truth and prove it with their actions that they don't, there's nothing I can say. I can stand here for eternity and talk to you, and if your eyes are closed and your ears are closed, there's nothing I can say to help save you. And so I just want to encourage those of you who are not still, sure, to take it to our Heavenly Father. Just take it to God. Just ask Him. Don't listen to me. Just ask Him. Ask Him. Beg Him for the truth. He will show you the truth. He will. And I just pray that, it's not too late for His chosen ones. And I hope that you're all safe and protected under His love, and I hope you still have good faith in your heart, the ability to love, and your heart is not hardened. You have peace and joy in your life, and I want to wish you a beautiful week. So I still have some videos that I've shot already that are coming up. I've just been waiting for the right time, I guess, to post them. So yeah, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.